Hello friends, welcome back to JavaScript tutorial. In this video we are going to discuss about JavaScript function. So we will learn this JavaScript function in detail. Actually this is one of the most important thing in JavaScript, and in your upcoming days you will use that function very much, right? So this is the important thing. So what is actually function and why we use the function? So function is actually a block of code and designed to perform a particular task. Suppose if I just going to calculate any result, means suppose in a exam there is 3 subject like history, geography, economics, and I want to calculate the total number or what is the percentage, means what is the percentage the student get, right? So there is 100 students, so I will not calculate or I will not write that logic again and again for 100 students. I will create a common function, and using that function we will calculate the result, right? So we will know that thing step by step. So actually what we understand, using function we can write a block of code for a particular purpose, and we don't need to write same code again and again. That means we can reuse the same code. So using function we can write clean code and we can reuse our code, right? So first of all, if I just going to create a function, what is the basic things? So here we can just use a function keyword. Using this function keyword we can define any function. Suppose my function is simple get text, okay, and I write the parenthesis, and here this is the code section. Means using the function keyword we can declare any function, and this is the function name. My function name is get text, okay. So there is some naming convention. We cannot start function with a number, means you can see this became red, means this is the error. So when we learn the variable, we said that there is some naming convention for variable. Same here also. So here if you want to start any function you can use underscore also, but you cannot use for something any special character, or you cannot use any space between the function. And if you have a 2-word function, means get is 1 word, text is 1 word, it should better if you use the capital letter when you start the next word, right? And there is a function. So here we need to write this function. This is the first parenthesis, so that it will create a function, and we need to start a curly braces and we need to end the curly braces, and inside this section we can write our logic, okay. So whatever logic we will write in this section. This is the function block or function body section, right? So simply if I just going to write some text, so simply just write document dot write from function. I just going to print the from function, so it will print the from function. But if I just refresh, it will nothing happen, means nothing appear. Why nothing appear? Function automatically cannot be called. So if you want to call any function, we can call explicitly, right? So we need to call in this way. So if you just write here get text, that time actually it will call. So in this way, if you have multiple functions, means abcd xyz any function, so whether we need any function we can call this function from outside of the function, right? From inside the function we can call any other function also. So this is other concept we will discuss later, but to call a function we need to write in this way, okay. So better if we just create any JavaScript file or .js file, and we can write all the functions related things here or all the JavaScript related things here. So simply we have a common .js file. We already created that in our previous video. I will just use that. So before the use of that things, we have a script tag. So simply just link the script src and just write common.js, okay, and just write all the things here. Okay, so simply just paste this here, and this is the script tag. Using this src we are calling these things, right? So these are the function. Now if I just refresh this thing, we'll get the same output because we are calling from here. Now if I just going to print these things 2 times, so simply we can call this, simply we can call this 2 times, 3 times, so it will print these things 3 times. Okay, now what is the advantage of that things? Suppose let's take an example. Suppose I want to write from function here, just refresh, we will get the from function. Okay, now let's forget the function concept. I want to print this document.write multiple times, right? So just write here from function many times, and it will print this from function many times. Okay, now suppose I have to change the from function to from function 1, so that time I need to change all the places where I just use that. Okay, so here I just use that, and it's changing right now. Okay, now using function what I can do, so let's I want to print that thing 6 times. Okay, so now I just remove this, and if I just going to print that 6 times, so I just call this 6 times. And now if I just going to change any text from function 1 and just change one place, and it will affect. Okay, so let's use that things also, so it will affect. Means using the function we can change or we can manage our code easily, so there will be a good and clear coding, and we can reuse these things, so that whether any section or any our pages, if you want to call this function, just include the JS and call the function, and you will get the output. So it will understand more deep when we just going to calculate some things, or when I going to write some complex logics, right? So this is actually the function or purpose of the function. Okay, now we need to learn the next things, right? So here I just going to print, or I just going to calculate some things. Okay, so let's say we have some things, means I just changing the function name, get sum. Okay, so I am just changing the name accordingly what I actually going to do. So this is the get sum, and now I have a 2 value where I am using let. We already know the let concept. So let number 1 equal to suppose 10, and let num2 equal to 20, and let sum equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, and I just going to print that things document dot write, and simply I just going to print the sum. Okay, now if you just refresh this, we are going to get the 30. Means if I just call this function anywhere, we will get the 30. Now suppose I just said, if I just going to add some different numbers, suppose these are the number 1 and number 2, and here I just going to print something else. Means suppose I just going to pass the data. Now here I just need one thing. Suppose for a particular student get num1 is 10 and num2 is 20, but another student got 20 and 50. Then how we can do this? So if I just call this 2 times, it will get 2 times. Okay, so I cannot distinguish the number between the two things. So here we have a function, we can pass some parameter. So here I just passing num1 and num2. Okay, and here I will just use that things num1 and num2, and basically this num will pass from here. So for first student I just passing 10 and 20, and for second student I just passing 20 and 30. So we have two arguments inside our functions, so I can pass two things. So if I just refresh, we'll get defined output. So for first student we are getting 30 and for second student we are getting 50. So in this way, if we have hundreds of students, we can pass these things and we'll get the different result. Means we are logically using that things and we don't need to write this sum again and again. We have just a calculation is done here and we just passing the value. Okay, so let's say another thing. So here I just passing the name also. Suppose I just passing name in the first parameter. Suppose I just passing name is Rock. Okay, and in the same way I just passing the name is suppose David. Okay, and I just going to print that things. David got this number, right? So here just received, so name, and here I just going to print that things. So simply we know the template literally concept. So here just use a dollar, curly braces, and name, and let's use got and then the sum. Okay, so now if you just refresh this, you can understand Rock got 30, David got 50. Means how easily we can do that things, right? So this is the main purpose of functions. Okay, another thing, suppose if I just passing here two parameters Rock and 10, I don't pass or I'm not passing these things, then what happened? Actually this time it will not get calculation properly. It will say the Rock got none. Okay, so I just removing one thing so that you will get the clear understanding. So you will see the Rock got none. Why none? Actually these are calculating num1 and num2, but I am not passing anything here, so num2 became undefined, right? So if I simply just console log here, so simply console.log num2, we are not getting anything. So if you just use the inspect element, you can understand inside here, just refresh this. So you are getting undefined when you print num2, but in a num1 we are getting the 10. Okay, that the reason 10 plus undefined, it's getting the result none, means it cannot calculate. Okay, so here what we can think, I can set any default parameter. Means suppose anyone not passing any parameter, that time by default we can set anything, suppose 5. Okay, num2 equal to 5. That means whenever we will not get any things into this parameter, by default it will take as 5. So just refresh this, you will get the 15. It is not mean that always it will calculate as a 5. So if I just pass another, suppose 10, so that time num2 will get the value from here. So if you just refresh, you will get 20. Means 10 plus 10 equal to 20. This is the default parameter. So here also you can set equal to 5, or if you can set a 0 also. This is the actually good things. So if you not pass anything, it will get the 0. Means if you not pass anything here, still it will calculate and it will result as 0. So this is the default parameter I set. In the same way we can set a name also. So simply you can write a name is unknown. Okay, so if you not pass anything, it will still print unknown to here. Means simply refresh, unknown got 0, means I have not passing anything. But when we pass anything, suppose ABC, and then pass anything, suppose 45, 55. Okay, so ABC got 100. Okay, so this is the purpose of default parameter. Now if I just going to get some another things, means suppose I just going to write this sum and I want to use that result for any other purpose also. Now simply if I just going to print this sum, I am not doing here the name, or I am not passing name here. I just going to the another concept, means let's see the situation first. So here we have a function, we are getting 45 plus 55, it's 100, right? Now I just going to add 20 with this number, right? Now if I just getting the get sum 45 and 55, it's 100. That means we can take this result into a variable, means let sum equal to this, and we can write sum plus 20, and we can document dot write it sum equal to sum plus 20. So you can use that things also, so you know the operator. So it's actually the meaning, same meaning is sum equal to sum plus 20. Okay, the same things. This is short form, I already said in the operator concept. Okay, so please check my previous video. So now if you just refresh this, you are getting 100 plus none. But why none? Actually you are getting 100 from here, and I am printing 20 with that, so it should get the 100 plus 20 equal to 120, but not. Why? Actually there is a return concept, means whenever we are going to print that thing, so let's print that thing first. So if I just are going to print document dot write here, and let's use sum, will I get the sum from here? No, will not get any sum, because when you refresh this you are getting undefined. Okay, means document dot write is using here, means when you just call this function, the function is printing from here and it's over, right? If you want to use the result from any function, we must return the function, right? So simply if you just return the sum, that time you will get the result from here. So simply if you refresh, you will get 100. So for this you will get the 100, and after that sum equal to sum plus 20, then you will get 120. Okay, means from here you will get this 100. So just close this and now refresh, you will get 120. Okay, I think you understand that concept, means to get return or to use the value from a function and want to execute or want to use that things into another purpose, you must return, right? So you just returning and you will get that things, and after that we can use that things. Simple. So I think this is the overall concept of JavaScript function. So we understand what and why we use the function, how to create the function, what is the naming convention, and what is the how to send a parameter to the function, what is default parameter, and what is return type. So all are complete. Now still if you have any queries about this video, please comment in a below comment section, right? So next day we are going to discuss about another interesting topic, means scope, means from where we can access which variable, what is the local scope of the variable, what is the global scope of the variable. So we will learn that things in our upcoming video. So please like and subscribe this channel for upcoming video. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.